morning and welcome back. Today I'm going to do hopefully what it will be a new segment to my channel called Coffee Talk. Can I just say, check out how big this mug of coffee is. It says Mama needs some coffee. So today I'm gonna start this and hopefully it goes over well. I think it'll be kind of fun. It's kind of a mixture between like favorites and empties. If you've ever watched empties videos or favorites videos on YouTube, it's kind of a combination of that. It's going to be about different things that I've been into this week or however often I decide to do these, maybe every 2 weeks, maybe monthly. It just kind of depends on how much content I have. We're gonna go ahead and just get started. And the first thing I wanna talk about is books. Now, I love to read, but I don't make enough time to read. So I've been really forcing myself to get back in the habit of reading for pleasure. And so currently I am reading Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So this book has been on my to-read list forever. And I finally got around to sitting down and starting it. My friend Ashley said that she really enjoyed it, and so I was like, well, I'll go ahead and start it. So I have been reading it for over a week or two. I finally got into the point where I'm starting to read at night when I go to bed. So my husband and the kids go to bed and then I read for about an hour or so. The last few nights anyway, that's how it's worked. And I just read right on my phone, on my Kindle app, which makes it convenient. I didn't think I would like that, but Ashley also recommended that that's how she does it. And she has a point because I always have my phone with me. So if I'm at an appointment or if I'm stuck in traffic or waiting at the school bus for the school bus to drop off kids, I can read for a few minutes. So that's the book I'm reading. I'm really enjoying it right now. It keeps you entertained. The chapters are very short, which I love. James Patterson is another author that writes like that. So it feels like you're gaining momentum because the chapters are short and you're not feeling like you're stuck in like a 40-page chapter. But that's what I'm currently reading and I really love it so far. I will update you when I finish. I'm curious to see how it ends. It's getting to the climax of the book right now and I can't wait to see what happens from there. As far as TV shows and movies, we don't have cable, so my husband and I we have Netflix and Hulu, so we have been watching together. We are on season 5 of Shameless on Netflix. That was a show that we started when it first came out and we used to watch it weekly, and then we got rid of our premium cable channels and then we got rid of cable altogether. So when it hit Netflix, I was excited because that meant we could pick up where we left off and kind of finish it at our own pace. And so we are currently watching Shameless. I love it. It's raunchy, it's dirty, but for some reason it's very entertaining. So that's one that we watch together. Another one that we've been watching together, sometimes I'll watch it on my own, but is Supernatural. So we are very late to the train on this one. We didn't start watching it until the last month or so. We just are about to start episode 1 of season 2, so we are very far behind. But with 11 seasons, and counting, it gives us a lot to watch when we have downtime. So that's another one that we watch together. Sorry, I have an eyelash or something stuck on me. Anyway, so Supernatural and Shameless are the shows that we've been watching together. On my own, season 8 of The Vampire Diaries just hit Netflix and I'm obsessed with that show. That was another one that I was really late to start watching, and once I started, I zoomed right through the first 7 seasons and loved it. I admit that I don't care as much for the like season 7 was like, it's not that I started losing interest, but some major things happened and some character development or loss happened, and it doesn't hold my attention quite as much, but I am still really anxious to see how this ends. I am invested in these characters and I'm excited to see how it ends. I hear that the season finale is a tearjerker, or the series finale is a tearjerker, and so we'll see how that goes. But that's one that I've been really enjoying watching for myself. What else? Movies, we've watched a few movies the past week. The first one we watched was The Shallows, which my husband's been wanting to watch since he saw previews for it. It's got Blake Lively in it about a girl who goes surfing, and it's basically all about a shark that is like circling her. The whole movie takes place within like a 40-yard area, but somehow it keeps your attention. I told him I didn't want to watch it, so I was doing some work on the laptop, and I caught myself watching the movie pretty much the whole way through because it was that like captivating to me. It had me on the edge of my seat. It had me full of anxiety the entire time. It filled me with a severe dread of sharks, and we live nowhere near the ocean, but it was good. I highly suggest watching it if you haven't. I was really impressed. The other one we watched that same night was Doctor Strange. Not a fan. I love superhero movies. I'm wearing a Batman shirt right now, as you can tell. Obviously that's DC and not Marvel, but our family, we love superhero movies. And I loved Thor, and I loved I love Iron Man. That's probably my favorite Marvel between Thor and Iron Man. I loved Guardians of the Galaxy, so we sat down to watch Doctor Strange. It didn't hold my interest at all. I will admit, I worked on the laptop through a lot of that one because it just did not interest me. I'd start watching it and I was like, what is going on? What am I watching? And my husband kind of felt the same way, but he did push his way through it. We were just not fans. So I have heard you're either gonna love it or you're gonna be like, what did I just watch? We were on that side. What did we just watch? And then last night we watched Sing, the children's cartoon, with the kids. So we had a family movie night last night. And that one was super cute. I loved that one. I do think that they could have, so the songs and stuff that they showed in a lot of the previews, if you've seen them, some of those songs didn't actually get performed, and I would have loved to see those songs performed. But overall, the movie had a good message. It was very cute, and it had a good message. I enjoyed it. The kids enjoyed it. Even Will seemed to enjoy it somewhat. He had the same complaint as me. He was really looking forward to seeing some of the music performed that was in the preview, and it wasn't. But overall, I give it 2 thumbs up. We would probably watch it again. So that kind of covers our TV and movies. For music, I enjoy music, but I'm not someone who's constantly like into new music and buying new music. So I did recently buy Ed Sheeran's new album, Divide, and I got the deluxe version and I downloaded it through the Amazon Music. And so that way I have it with me everywhere I go on my phone. But I have been listening to that album nonstop since I downloaded it. If I'm listening to music, which is like when I'm in the shower, when I'm in the vehicle without the kids, sometimes when I'm cooking dinner, if the kids, anytime that I'm listening to music, it's probably the new Ed Sheeran album. And on that album, I love the entire thing. It's very different than his prior ones. If you're an Ed Sheeran fan and you've listened to some of his earlier music, it's different. There was a lot of almost like ethnic cultural music mixed in, which I thought at first I was like, okay, but it really grows on you. Off of that album, my 4 favorite songs, number 1 is Castle on the Hill. I really enjoy that one. The other one is Shape of You, which I think was one of his first singles, and it's on the radio, and you've probably heard of that, possibly, but that one's really popular. The third one is called Perfect, which I could see being a great wedding song, like a wedding day song. And then the 4th one that I'm really enjoying, Hearts Don't Break Around Here. And so, like I said, the entire album is great. I suggest, you know, if you like that type of music, if you like Ed Sheeran and you haven't listened to it yet, listen to it. I love it. What's going on? What else? So my husband and I have been playing some video games together. He really enjoys playing video games, and he enjoys it especially when we are playing together. And so we've been playing on the Xbox One. We downloaded a game called Overcooked, and if you've ever heard of Diner Dash or some of those other like food games where you're making and serving food, I realize it sounds ridiculous, but it is super fun. It's actually kind of challenging because you're playing both players. You can have up to 4 players, but 2 of you are working together to cook and serve the food. And I'll link a video in here. He has a gaming channel, and there's some really funny videos of us playing together, playing that game. And so I'll link that here. So if you want to take a peek at what the game is like, you can head over to his channel and take a look. This is like a 2-cup mug, guys. I feel like if I'm holding it with just one hand, it's gonna spill all over me. I am drinking pecan pie coffee with some vanilla creamer, if you're wondering. And I brewed it in my Keurig. The K-cups were from Big Lots over the holidays. It's really tasty. I have a flyaway. What's going on here? All right, real life, guys. Let's see. What else do I have? I have notes, so I'm looking because... Okay, so the rest of the stuff is I've got sitting next to me. It's going to be products that I've either used or that I'm using or whatnot. So first I'll go over to Empties. So these are products that I used over the past, month or few months if it took me a while. But the first one is Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. And this is a full-size bottle. I love this. My hair is very long. It comes down at least to the midpoint of my back. And so I like this because it brings out the natural waves and curl in my hair when I wear it up. Like I sprayed it in before I put it up in my top knot today. I love it when I wear my hair down because it gives it just a nice texturized wave without being, because I don't have a curl, it's just like a little bit of a wave, but this helps to define that. So this is I went through this full bottle already, and I've got a second one in my bathroom that I'm currently using. I will probably continue to use this product as long as I find that it's working. So love it. Smells amazing. My daughter smelled my hair yesterday after I showered, and she said I smelled like the water, so I think she meant like the beach, and my husband said the same thing. It's got a beachy scent. I really enjoy it. The other one is this L'Oreal Total Repair 5 Damage Erasing Balm with ceramide. I feel that I have to use a conditioning balm at least every other time that I shower and wash my hair, just because it does get damaged. The ends are kind of damaged a little bit. I need a trim, which I'm gonna be getting when I go to visit my mom soon. So, hi Mom. But she's gonna trim my hair, but I love this. It smells good. It's real thick, it's real, I don't know, it's a good product. I would buy it again. I will probably buy it again. I've got one right now that I'm using in the shower. It's from the Shea Moisture brand, and it's their version of like the conditioning balm, and I'm using that currently, but I don't know if they still carry it because I got it on clearance for like $2. So if it is something that company doesn't make, I will go back to this one. As far another health product, this is not an empty, but this immune support with vitamin C, zinc, and echinacea for my children. This is a great vitamin. They have been using it for the past few months, and since they started using it, they have not been sick, which is a miracle because they're both in school and everyone's always swapping germs. They're both in preschool. So if you have little ones, even if you don't, you know how snotty and gross kids can be. But they haven't been sick since we started using this. So I make sure that I have this to help with their immune system, and we've been loving it. They love the gummies. I know they're probably not like the best vitamin because of absorption rates and whatnot, but it's either a fluke or my children that typically get colds, sinus infections, and ear infections on the regular just haven't been. So I'm just gonna chalk it up to this and call it a day. Okay, another product I've been loving is the Scentsationals Warm Maple Butter wax melts. I get these from Meijer. I'm not sure if you can get this brand anywhere else. The brand name sounds familiar, but maybe it's just because I see it at Meijer. But the warm maple butter smells like you could eat it. It's like pancakes and syrup and I don't know. Oh, it's heavenly. If you like the savory bakery scents, find something in this scent, because when I put this in my wax melt burner, you know what I mean? When I put it in there, the entire house just smells amazing. My friend Ashley and her family were down visiting a few weeks ago, and she asked what I had been burning, and I showed her, and she went and picked some up. So we both really enjoy this. Hello again, Ashley, because you're probably watching this at some point. And hi, Lucy, because you're probably watching with your mama. And Lennon is probably right down there either nursing or taking a little nap. So hello. Food-wise, I've got two products. They're actually beverages. Speaking of beverages, let me take another sip. But I'm gonna try and wrap this up. So food-wise, this Tazo or Tazo, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I'm not gonna lie. Iced Passion Tea. I bought this one at Target. It was probably like $2.99 or something like that. So the camera did shut off, so I'm back. This is a herbal tea concentrate that you mix half this with half water. So 1 cup of this with 1 cup of water. So not half, 1 to 1, ignore me. So 1 to 1 with water. I like to fill up a tumbler with ice, and then I do about a cup of this and a cup of water, shake it up, and sip on that with 1 packet of stevia. So that's been my like cool and refreshing spring drink, and I've really been enjoying that. The other thing that I tried, and this is a hit or miss, this is the Ocean Spray mocktails. And this is the cranberry sangria. I really wanted to love this. I'm gonna need to try it again. It's a ready to drink, it's non-alcoholic. It says that you can, it's made with real fruit juice, no high fructose corn syrup, which is good, no artificial flavors. You can serve over ice in a wine glass with fresh fruit, like sangria. You can add it to a splash of seltzer or soda water. I mixed it with LaCroix sparkling water. I think I did the lime flavor, probably lime, either lemon or lime, that's all I have currently. And it says to mix with a splash, so maybe I did too much. I did like a full can of the LaCroix and then like a quarter cup of this, but I'll have to mess with the portions and try that again. Or if you're feeling adventurous and frisky, you can use it as a cocktail. You mix 2 parts of this with 1 part of your favorite wine and fresh fruit. Oh, the top one said serve in a wine glass. I was like, why are you serving it with wine in 2 different steps? So I got this at Meijer. It was on sale. It looked really good. I mean, the packaging itself, okay, it's mouthwatering. So I'm gonna try that again probably today. Now that I read the back of the bottle and it says a splash, but because I kind of did it opposite. I did like a splash of this. So we'll try that again. But those are my products and my favorites and my goings-ons for this coffee talk today. I would love to hear what you've been interested in, either music or movies or books, especially books. Leave me some book recommendations down below, or TV shows that you've been watching on Hulu and Netflix. Any favorite spring products like these. Yeah, like I said, these just scream spring to me. They're fruity and yummy and refreshing. But I would love to hear what you are currently obsessed with or experiencing, or maybe you didn't like, so steer me in the right direction. If you've hung out this long, high five. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you later. Bye.